Well, hello, 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 hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Oh, it's going to be an interesting day today. I I thought in a moment of pique that it might be fun to set the barometer so that I was at an altitude of 69 feet and set the heading and course bugs to 069 degrees, but that I don't know. It just doesn't really read, it doesn't pop. So I guess that was wasted. The most loaded adjective of all time. Too hotty? Wait, what's the I've missed something in the chat. Well, if nothing else, I have certainly missed saying hello to folks. And so I should probably start with that. Ascended Gravity, welcome on in. And the lovely Spundot is here. The Spundot. And ladies, gentlemen, and all gentle beings, clearly knowing more than he lets on, Scotty Too Hotty. And oh my goodness, how could I persist in this rudeness? Soundtrack 78. What a treat to see you. Well, then, let's see. I think we're going to try this darn alert things again and see if it's going. We got a follow in between the last stream and this one from Grigsy 800. Let me see if it will let me replay that. I think I have to be very patient with this thing, and that if I don't wait long enough. Oh, interesting. I see. I missed whoever said interesting. Did I say interesting? Probably I said interesting because nobody else appears to have said it. And so that appears not to have worked on replaying that follow. So let me try. Well, okay. There it. Oh no. Well, so the alert sound. Vega Blue Sky. Hi and welcome on in. Good to see you. I was going to say the alert sound covered over your welcome sound, but it didn't. It didn't really. Um, so, yeah. Hi and welcome. Good to have you here. I think I've got a really fun plan for the stream today. Let me do a little more housekeeping over here. Make sure I did everything I'm supposed to before the yes, 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 and yes. Okay, that can go away. Excellent. So then that means I can open up there's another thing over here for the right. Lets me so I can monitor the giveaway. So far, only one person has gotten themselves a ticket for the giveaway. Oh my gosh, Scotty Too Hotty. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Vega Blue Sky. And Cold Nebo, welcome on in. Those sounds kind of overlapped one another, and Cold Nebo's is really short. We should probably hear it in its. Yeah, it's again Cold Nemo rather than Cold Nebo, but it was as close as I could get with sound clips you can find on the internet. Uh, but just a reminder. So do that. Type exclamation point ticket to get yourself an entry into the giveaway. All right, we went from one entrant to five just in the twinkling of an eye there. That's awesome. So yeah, as I was saying, welcome on in. I think I have a fun flight planned for today. We're gonna do some sightseeing in the Pacific Northwest. And I can't take credit for the idea. It was actually my dear brother Steve, who lives out in Olympia, Washington, and whom you may know, and whom I hope may drop by today, since he suggested the route. If you know him, here his Twitch name. I just adore. He's a poet, and when he needed to come up with a Twitch name for himself, the name he came up with is Right Brain Factory Outlet, which personally I just find delightful. So there's that. So yeah. So anyway, this route, we're starting in Olympia, where he's from, and we're going to head north up there. We're going to skirt. We're going to leave Seattle well to our east, and just fly north from Olympia. We'll head up to the bottom of Puget Sound, and our first stop is going to be at right. Pezzy, welcome on in. Happy to see you. So from Olympia, we're going to fly north, and our first stop is going to be at Tacoma Narrows. There's a little airport on the oh, I forget the name of the island. So Tacoma is on the east side of the Narrows, and then it's a peninsula. I've forgotten the name of the peninsula, but there's a little field right there, and it's right by the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. And today, for the second time in my 2 years in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I actually paid for scenery because the Tacoma Narrows Bridge that is the default in the sim is just, it's a default Microsoft Flight Simulator bridge. And there was a gorgeous Orbex did a very nice version of the airport, and they included the bridge because it's right next to the field, and so we'll get to see that. The bridge will have a little multimedia presentation, not of my own making, but nonetheless multimedia regarding that Tacoma Narrows Bridge. It's you probably, if you've heard of it, you would know it as Galloping Gertie. It's that bridge they built in 1940, and 4 months after they opened it, the wind made it go all twisty turny and it collapsed. And so they rebuilt it in 1950, and then in 2006, I think they built a second suspension bridge next to it. So there's kind of, for increased traffic, so it's kind of two parallel bridges there. Huh. I thought I had the sim sounds off, but I'm hearing them. Oh, I guess it's just extraneous noise at the airport here. Something coming. Oh, or has someone joined us? Oh my goodness. There's somebody here. Is it anyone we know? I have name tags on, so I guess not. Maybe it's an AI aircraft. I'm only accustomed to seeing those on the only accustomed to seeing those kind of parked on the ramp or doing that weird. Well, who or whatever it was, it has disappeared. Usually, the only AI aircraft I see are like these parked on the ramp, or sometimes one of these will be doing this thing over here, except animated. So I don't know what that's about. So, uh, to de-digress at least one step, history lesson today. Oh well, a little bit. I think just points of interest. Um, from Olympia up to Tacoma Narrows, and we will. I have checked. Well, no, I don't want to spoil anything. So Tacoma Narrows. From there, we'll continue north up to Vashon Island, and there's a cute little free scenery on the TO for that I downloaded. And then from there, we'll continue on north up to Whidbey Island. Oh gosh, I meant to. Oh darn. I meant to send a message to Flying Basil that we're because our third stop or the third field on this flight is Whidbey Island, and then from Whidbey we're going to end up at Port Townsend, where we will have a little more multimedia. Because there's a really cool aero museum on the field at Port Townsend. Um, so that's the plan overall, which I think I put in the. Did I put that in the? Yeah, it should be in the plan command. Yeah, there we go. Tacoma Narrows, Vashon Island, Whidbey Island, Port Townsend. So that's where we're going. If you would care to fly along, everybody is entirely welcome to fly along, and those are the um, 5 fields on this 4-leg trip. And let's see, we're stopping at Tacoma Narrows. Full stop at Tacoma Narrows. Yeah, full stop at Vashon Island to have a look at there. Whidbey Island, we may just do touch and goes at Whidbey, I'm not sure, and then we'll end up, yeah, that's 0. And that is, it's Whiskey 10 there, and then it's 0 Sierra Niner. FSTB Trial, hi, welcome on in, welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Um, Happy to have you here. We're in Olympia, Washington, and we're about to crank up our Mooney M20 Ovation. Um, no, I am no, I, Peter Mooney, am no relation to the Ovation. Um, there goes somebody taxiing again. Is this anybody we know? Or anybody with a nameplate even? Oh, where did I go there? No, I'm far enough away for nameplates to be showing. So, again, this is just, I have not seen AI traffic in Microsoft Flight Simulator taxiing around. Maybe I did once. I don't know. Seems very strange to me. Oh, this is somebody taxiing in. Interesting. Huh. Well, uh, yes, that is quite amusing, is it not? So, yeah, before I hop in the airplane, let me just make sure I know where we're going here. Uh, yeah, it's over there. So we're gonna taxi out this way and cross that runway and come down to here to. Okay. Well, in that case, why don't we go ahead and hop in the plane and see if we can't get it started up? Oh, I gotta click over here to get. There we go. We can take these out of our way. Alrighty then. Oh, what are we doing? Let's check on our weight and balance. Just because I didn't before the flight. And we're half full. That's plenty of gas to get us where we're going, and yeah, I'm sure that's fine. So good. So we got fuel and weather. Oh, let's give ourselves a nice. We'll put a few pretty clouds in the sky to fly around in. How does that sound? A few clouds, but probably not all down there like that. What if we move this layer? Let's move these layers up some. Hello? No, no. That's what I was thinking there. And then this whole thing could be. Hello? Oh, come on. Oh, is it? Oh, you got to grab here. I don't like any of these. What on earth? Uh, there we go. That at least looks, I think, a little more interesting, doesn't it? Yeah. Okie dokie. And it's a little late in the afternoon. We might want that. Uh, all right. Like the Bob Ross of sky painting. A few happy little clouds here and there. Okay, so there is definitely somebody's engine running nearby. Spundot, have you joined us? Oh, it's Ascended Gravity. Hello. Ascended Gravity in. It doesn't say. Are you in the Mooney? Or is it just painting you in the Mooney because I happen to have it? Uh Interesting. Spundot, I hope you'll join us if you can. Is this anybody in the icon? Not that we know, I guess. The camera's being really jumpy. Oh, okay. So here's what Here's what I'm used to seeing with the AI traffic in the sim. Uh, First time I've seen an AI Blériot doing the ramp dance, but there it is. Yeah. So tower over there. This is just the default Olympia from the simulator because I uh, couldn't find a any scenery anywhere for Olympia. Okay. Well, enough about AI traffic. Let's get this plane going and get ourselves in the sky. A flat spin. That's funny, Gold Nemo. Alrighty. So we got this. We're not doing that. Okay. Controls free and correct. Let's see. We got elevator. We got a pair of ailerons. We seem to have rudder. That's good. Trim set for takeoff. Why can I never remember where to go to see that up close? I guess over here. And I usually like just a couple of notches north of where it loads in by default. That's probably good. Uh, Flaps up. Well, I'm sure they are, but yeah, they are. Oh wait, no, yeah, they were already. Okay. Pay attention, Mooney. Let's see. Flaps up. Speed brakes retracted. I would imagine so. Yes, there they are. Alrighty. Parking brake on. Jeffrey B. Welcome on in. And thank you so very, very much for the 5-month resubscription. That's absolutely delightful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He comes in with his hair down to his damn shoulders. He says, trim it a little. Huh. I do not remember that from the beginning of Beetlejuice. I loved that movie, though. I may have to rewatch that. Okay. Parking brake on. Yes, again. Hi, Jeffrey B. Thanks for coming by, and thank you so, so very much for the resubscription. I appreciate it a great deal. Um, Parking brake on. Fuel selector side per clock. By the time we get it cranked, we're going to be on the left side of the clock, and this is probably. Oh, what was that sound? This is on the left side. That sounded almost like the speed brakes, but I'm sure it wasn't. No, I don't know what I did. That was weird. Maybe it was another aircraft. We shall see. Let's see. Fuel selector, hyperclock, throttle closed, yes. Prop forward, mixture idle cutoff, and altimeter set. It is not because I was playing around and making it yeah, we're around 200 feet of elevation. Perfect. That's good. It did sound like a robot, didn't it? I'm in love with XP. Oh, ground handlings. Oh, okay. Really interesting. Well, I've been meaning to play around in X-Plane. There's a couple of planes in particular that I want to learn in there, and I just have not carved out the time. What can I say? Let's see. Um, I've carved out the time and tried it several times, but I end up being as scatterbrained as I am when I'm doing this, so I haven't learned anything. I'm kidding. Let's see. Mixture altimeter, master alternator, and avionics. Those are all off. That's fine. Switches off. These are all off, and these are all on, which they shouldn't be. We're running down the battery. Shame on me. Let's see. Breakers not modeled by Carinado. Thank you very much. And gear down it is. I mean, come on. Ooh, is there somebody else here? Oh, there is. Oh, FSTB Trial. Hi. Welcome. Happy to have you flying along. We'll get going before too long here, I promise. Oh, is that oh, look, a squirrel. We seem to have. an autogen. Uh, either a helicopter was parked here and melted, or I don't know. Okay, sorry, enough farting around out there. So that was switches off, breakers not modeled, gear down. Okay, that's our before engine start. So engine start checklist. Let's get going on that. Throttle full open. Uh, let's see. Oh no, that's it. So throttle mixture rich. Master on. Alternator on. Master caution can come off. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I keep losing my place on this. Sorry, man. Annunciator test. Will it let me do it from here, or do I have to get closer to find the click spot? Or is this the test button? No, I have to get closer. So let's see. Come on. There's a click spot here somewhere. Darn it. Can't believe we have to get that far in, but yes, indeed, that is everything lighting up on the annunciator panel, so that's good news. Okay. Annunciator test, annunciator test, annunciator test. There we are. Okay, then we are on to beacon on. That's good. Oh, fuel pump on. Here we go. Listen to that thing. Huh. And throttle idle. Clear prop. And then mags to start. Cranks right up. Is that gorgeous or what? Oh, hell, heck, oh, heavens. What happened there? There we go. After engine start. Throttle 800-ish. That's 800-ish. Oil pressure and temp. Oil pressure is in the green. Temp is rising. That's good. Volt ammeter. We can check over here. We have volts. We got amps. So the alternator is charging the battery. That's always a good sign. And I keep losing my place on this darn thing. Oh, suction within limits. So we got. Oh, heavens! Heavens to Betsy, what's happening? The Belgium pilot is following. Thank you for following the Belgium pilot, and welcome on in. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Happy to have you here. We're just cranking up the Mooney M20 Ovation in Olympia, Washington, and we're going to do some sightseeing in the Pacific Northwest. So, where were we on the after start checklist? We did volt ammeter suction within limits. So we got 4.3 inches of suction, which doesn't sound like a lot of suction, perhaps, and yet it's clearly sufficient suction because our instrument has become erect. The next item on our checklist there, suction within limits, gyro instruments erect, fuel pump off. Oh, nope, got to click over here first. Fuel pump off. There we go. The sound of that fuel pump, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I just spotted on I don't usually mention, never mind. I don't mention people who are on the room list but have not chatted because they may want to be here lurking or stealthy-wise anyway, so I won't say anything. But it's certainly an unexpected screen name that I just spotted over there. So aftershot, throttle, volt amp, suction, gyro instrument, fuel pump off, engine instruments check. Yes, so good. Our oil temp is up in the green. EGT and CHT down where we would expect them. Fuel flow under a gallon at under 800 RPMs. Those all look exactly where they are exactly where they ought to be. Fuel flow indicator check. Avionics master can come on. Let's see. We'll go over here and Make sure it looks like what we expect it to when we turn the avionics master on. There we go. So this is Olympia to Tacoma Narrows, our first stop on this route. Exclamation point route in the chat will get you a copy of the route if you care to fly along. And speaking of exclamation point commands you can put in the chat, exclamation point ticket in the chat will get you entered into the giveaway that we'll do at the end of the stream. We're going to give away a free sub to the Peter Mooney channel, or if you win the drawing and you're already subscribed here, I'll happily give you a sub to any channel on Twitch, provided that it's a channel that offers subscriptions. So there's that. Go ahead and get yourself a ticket to the giveaway. Clearly, the majority of people here are not into free stuff, so I don't know what that's about, but your choice. Right now, if you have gotten a ticket, you have a 1 in 5 chance at a free sub, a $5 value. My goodness gracious. Okay, so avionics master on, transponder standby. I'm sure it is. It's over here somewhere. I forget when. Until recently, I always put the TDS GTN-XI 750 in here. But I've been leaving it to the default 530 here because it imports the flight plan from the world map, and I'm lazy about putting that kind of thing in. So as I know with the TDS, the transponder is part of the GPS, but I think it's not over here. Oh no, it's not. It's without the TDS in here. Well, I guess we have to like turn it on or something. Oh my gosh, we do. So that's transponder standby, and even though that's what's on the checklist for standby, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it to TARA. It's not TARA, but it's mode C. We are now transponding that, so that's good. All right, that brings us to the B4 taxi checklist. Anything going on outside here that we ought to be aware of? There's some more ramp hijinks. It's the Spitfire this time. Oh, we got the Spitfire and the Blériot now doing the ramp dance. And hello? It's weird. Sometimes after I reset the camera, the stick, never mind. Okay. Everything's looking good outside. So, before taxi checklist, radios are set. Yeah, we didn't care. Transponder mode C, instruments checked. We can take one more look, but I would imagine that they are. We can go back to, where's our, there's a little broader. Yep, everything is looking just fine there. You know, I forget what our runway heading is, but, oh, well, it's going to tell me right over there. Our track is 315, so I actually could go ahead and, couldn't I bug that up, at least on the course needle, even though we don't really need it. 315, oh, it's about the heading that we're on, isn't it? There's 315, right about there. Probably just put the autopilot in nav mode fairly early in the flight, but that, whatever we got there. So let's see. So CDI is bugged up. Lights. Let's get on landing, taxi, nav, recognition. Everything but the strobes. We'll save those till we get to the runway. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. We could, I don't usually, but, what the heck. We're fairly, this has gone a lot quicker than it normally does, so why don't we do a run-up? Parking brake on. It is. I just verified that a moment ago. Fuel selector, check tank. Yeah, we just did that. Oil temp in the green. Temp and pressure both in the green are excellent. All clear. We have an inclined American out there, but he's not too close, so we don't have to worry about him. Okay, I'm going to put my feet on the brakes as well as the parking brake. Throttle to 2,000. Or 2,000-ish. Hello? Come on. There we go. Close enough. Throttle 2,000. Oil, temp, and pressure are staying in the green arc. That's excellent. Magnetos. We get left only. And we get a little... Do we get a drop in RPM? Let's see. Little drop when we go to the left. Do we get a little drop when we go to the right? I don't know. We might have to have a closer look at that. Ah, there it was. I just from the right, the movement was so slight I couldn't even see it when we from a distance there. Ammeter, positive charge, yes indeed, looking good there. Suctions up to 4.7, that's within the range. And is our slow idle smooth. This everything about this Mooney is smooth, let me tell you. The airplane's not bad. Okay, there we go. Throttle back to 1,000, and we are good to go. We'll do our before takeoff checklist when we get to the runway. So, let's head on out there. If you're flying along, join right on in the line. So, park and brake off, and let's head on over to the runway. See if I remember the way. I think I do. I know we're going across this thing. Just make sure nobody's about to intersect with us. I think it's down here, and then we just kind of veer left, if I recall correctly. Righty. Yeah, this is allegedly a runway that we're going to cross here, although I'm not really sure about that. But we're going to cross it and then veer left. GA plane, setting the altimeter manually is just cruel. Wait, in the sim? Oh. Cruel? Really? Oh. I don't know. Is it? In what way is it cruel? I mean, yeah, sure. If the plane is moving, setting anything that has a little twisty knob on it is certainly the no fun zone. Alrighty, so we are crossing this runway and then veering left. So clear right, clear left. Oh, come on. Well, there's something wrong with my hat switch there. Not sure what, but we'll head on down this way. Oops. Now I just set it to the field elevation. You know, Cold Nevo, that's my habit as well. Yeah, I zoom in close and set it to the field elevation. And hey, Papa Mish, welcome on in. Age doesn't deteriorate anything. That's hilarious. Thanks for the best laugh I've had all day. Oh goodness. Now is this our? I don't really remember what's. No, this is an intersection, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, and all gentle beings, please welcome into the chat the one, the only, Quarce. happy to see you, Quarce. Not posh at all, of course. Nothing even remotely resembling Pond. Oh my goodness. Teleport 8 gifting a subscription to Quas. Thank you so much, Teleport 8, and welcome on in. Teleport 8, great to see you here. Thanks for coming by. Wow. That's just great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it dearly. I definitely do. Ah. All right. We're almost there. Uh, quantum teleportation. Interesting. Have you been, Quas? How's your day? How was your Monday? Didn't you have like a really rough Monday waiting for you? What's going on here at this intersection? Oh, it's a, you know, we don't, well, I don't know. We don't need all that runway, but we might as well. We paid for the whole runway. We might as well use the whole runway. So we'll head on down here. Come on, sweetie. I guess we could have come. Looks like there's a run-up area down here. We could have come down here and done our run-up, but there was nobody on the ramp, so no harm, no foul. Let's look at our before takeoff checklist. Let's get one notch of flaps in. That's good. Trim is set. We already did that. Mixture's rich. Is the fuel pump on? It's not. I'm going to put the fuel pump on. Lovely. Instruments checked and set. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yep, those all look good. Switches as required. Whether everything's on except the strobes. And we're about to enter the runway here, so I'm going to go ahead and put the strobes on. And let's just pause here and have a quick look. Nobody on final that way. Nobody landing that way. Somebody's in a DC-3 somewhere, but they don't appear to be. Who is this in a DC-3? Oh, somebody's right behind us. Okay, so whoever that DC-3 is, they are somewhere off in the photogrammetry? No, just slow to paint. Okay. I didn't think I had photogrammetry down. That would have been weird. Oh, goodness, there's a couple folks here. I appear to be holding up the show. We got Spundot and Ascended Gravity. What happened to oh dear. Oh, how embarrassing. I've already forgotten the name. Uh, Trial, FTSB Trial. I don't know if you're still with us. If you are, I guess I will get out of the way and get this show on the road. Soundtrack, that's hilarious. Okay. Parking brakes off. Everything else is set. Still nobody on final over there or doing anything that way. Let's go. Just do a rolling start here. There's no need to line up and wait for anything. Alrighty then. Woohoo! What's that for a lineup? Woohoo! And off we go. Airspeed's alive. 60 knots. 75. Coming up to 80. We can pop it up a little and off we go. And that's really it for usable runway. Let's get the gear up. Woohoo! Righty then. quite that aggressively. And you know, really, we don't need to be climbing much past 1,000 feet. So let's go ahead and get that on, and that, and see what happens. Should yank us over to the right some. Oh, it's gonna. And, yeah. Oh, what's the alt-hold doing? It's not going to... What on earth? Come on. It should not be... Ah, this autopilot, I tell you what. Oh, heavens. So embarrassing. Yes, teleport 8. You know, I think I need a sound command for danger. I really do. We try this alt hold again and see what we get. We get nothing. Oh, because our flight director's off because we're doing things. Now are you going to hold altitude? A little bit? Maybe? Yes. Whew! I'd love to hand fly this, but this is a scenic tour, and we need to be outside looking at some scenery. Hey, Kino, the producer, long time no see. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Happy to see you here. Welcome on in. We are in the Pacific Northwest to do some sightseeing. We just took off from. Is that too loud? It's really loud for me. Oh heavens! Top alarms came so fast I didn't even remember to do our after takeoff checks. So let's see. Flaps up. That's good. Power set for cruise. Let's do that. Let's bring everything back to around 21 and 21-ish anyway. What a bother. That's not what I wanted. We can do it from there. Around 21 and 21, I think. Oops. Close enough. We're pretty low, so we probably don't need to lean too much, but we'll go just a little bit. Ridge of peak. There's peak. There's a little bit. Ridge of peak. That's looking good. Alrighty. And then what else? So pretty looking. It's a really nice looking housing development going by. And I think this must be kind of the southern extremity of Puget Sound, or maybe that's Puget Sound a little bit more off in the distance there. We can take a look. Oh, that white dot appeared momentarily. I guess I don't care about it if it's only for a moment. Where were we? Oil temp and pressure, both still in the green arc. Yes. And, landing and taxi lights can come off. So let's see. Landing, taxi, both can come off. Lovely. Hey, Just Scoop, welcome on in. Happy to have you here. As I've been mentioning repeatedly, we are in the Pacific Northwest. We just departed Olympia, Washington. Field may be too far away to see from this point. Oh, there it is, over there. That's where we just left from. We've got Spundot flying along with us, as well as Ascended Gravity. Both already too far away to see. I have been noticing with water recently. I wonder, are you seeing that on the stream? Maybe not, because the monitor I'm looking at is 1440 and the stream is 1080, so maybe it doesn't show up. I've noticed when I'm looking at water only, and if I pan or zoom the camera, I'm seeing it's not screen tearing. It's oh my goodness, Steve Mooney, welcome on in. And oh my goodness, I when we got that screen name changed to Right Brain Factory Outlet, I reprogrammed the bot to greet you when you come in, but it's yet another new screen name, and so then that's not. But I put. So I will need to redo. I need to. Yeah, called Nebo. I think you have heard me mention my brother who lives out here. Well, you weren't here right at the beginning, which was when I was explaining the genesis of this particular route today. It was cooked up by the one, the only Steve Mooney. And so, yeah, we've just departed Olympia, and we can, I believe, if we look out here, we can see the Tacoma Narrows bridges, meaning that just here to the left of them is the Tacoma Narrows field where we're going to land. So that was really quick, but I had probably better see to some getting ready to land. So approach checks, brakes, parking brake off, undercarriage. Yeah, we can go ahead and drop the gear. Well, we were a little fast for dropping the gear. Let's slow down a little. Mixture rich, prop full forward, and let's just pull the power to get us down to flap speed. Go ahead and drop in a notch of flaps, autopilot away, and just gonna enter sort of a left base here for that little field right over yonder. That was really quick. I did not realize just how close our first two fields were, but there it is. Let's see. Anything else? Fuel pump should be on. Oh, fuel pump was still on because somehow I didn't get that off with the. Not sure how I missed that. Whoops! We need to be heading over here. Oh, kaboom! There it is. Oh, that wasn't too bad. All right, what do we got happening here? Oh my gosh, something's happening. Soundtrack gifting a tier 1 sub to Steve Mooney. Oh, Soundtrack, that is so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Okay, gear down 3 grain. Oh, yeah, 1 grain. We only get 1 grain in this airplane. Not sure why. But there it is. Let's have another notch of flaps. Let's chuck those speed brakes in as well because we're high and fast. Well, we'll see if we can't pull this out here, even though we are high and fast. We got a nice long runway. Still a ways to go to the touchdown zone. I don't know. Oh, thank goodness the flight recorder's not on. Floaty McFloat boat. But a reasonably gentle touchdown. That's not so bad. We're going to be able to get off there. No, we'll go on down to the next one here. All right. Well, that could have been far worse given how quickly it snuck up on me. Can I get over there? Come on. Oh. Well, there's a surprise. I still had some power in. Touchdown. That was inadvertent, to say the least. There's got to be another taxiway here somewhere. I'm probably missing stuff in chat. I will take a look as soon as we're off the runway here. You know, I had a couple folks behind me. I don't want to be in their way. Yeah, without that extra speed and power in, probably could have gotten off at that first taxiway, but let's just come over here to the ramp because this is... Oh, Cold Nebo, flattery will get you everywhere. Uh, oh, hey, here comes Spundot. Let's, Spundot, do you mind if we watch your landing? Oh, there's that looks like ascended gravity right behind us. Yes, in the Mooney. Hi, ascended gravity, welcome. Yep, there's ascended. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Spunda. 630 feet. I forget what the field elevation is. But sometime soon here, that little dot for her Kodiak should be turning into, yes, an actual aircraft. There we go. Come on. Oh, what have I done? Oh, no. I remember when I was a good cameraman. Or at least a reasonably decent cameraman. Oh, right down the center line. Looks like a nice, nice rate of descent there. Planet neutral. Welcome on in. Well, look at Spundot there in her Kodiak turning off. Not didn't even need the second one that we missed here. Turning off at the very first. I did not realize that the Kodiak is an STOL aircraft, but I guess I should have known that. So, welcome to Tacoma Narrows Field. Let me go in here and clean up a little bit. I still have my speed brakes on. Flaps are still down. There we go. That's better. And then we will take off in a moment and go check out the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. But this, as I mentioned to folks who were here at the beginning of the stream, um, until this morning, the only scenery I had ever paid for in Microsoft Flight Simulator was the Fly Tampa version of Boston Logan Airport, and that's when we were working on the Boston Virtual ARTCC's Wings program. Here's our AF fuel, lovely. And until this morning, when I decided that the default for this airport was so meh, but mainly the default. Here comes Spundot. Hello. The default bridges for the Tacoma Narrows bridges were just so meh that I had to have something better. So, hey, Steve Mooney, help us out here. I was gonna look it up and forgot, or ran out of time, or something. Is this Mount Rainier in our background here? I think it's Rainier and not Shasta that you can see from the whole. So Cold Nebo, yeah, we're at KTIW. I think it's Tacoma Narrows Field. If we is it, let's see, route ought to get us, there we go. Yep, KTIW. Yeah, it's Pacific Northwest. We're in the, we're steering clear of Seattle. We're still staying well west of Seattle for our route today, but generally the Seattle area. A Shasta. Yeah, it's been a while since I had a Shasta as well. So we got a couple hangars here for Narrows Aviation. I didn't try going inside them. In fact, I didn't even have time to to see if they modeled anything inside the tower. It's Orbex, so I'm guessing probably no, but you never know. Sometimes they surprise us. Well, you can go inside. It says it doesn't just bump you up to the top, so that's can be cool if you want to set up, a tower view for yourself. You know what what would I be seeing if I were in the tower? Okay, so that's cool. And then there's some more hangars down here. Semi truck. OO hub. Oh, the bicycle hub. That's interesting. Not sure why that would be on the field here at Tacoma Airport. Pavco. I'm guessing that's, yep, Shell logo there, so that's our fuel vendor apparently. But anyway, the airport itself, pusher, is that? But that's not the Velocity, is it? The Velocities, I think the Velocity's winglets are a smooth curve, so this must be the what's that other pusher that I have in the Long Easy? I think that's the Long Easy. Oh, there's a Mustang hiding in the background there. So then, other than that, I think it's just some private hangars down here at this end. I don't recall seeing anything too special about them. But what convinced me to spend a few bucks for scenery for this airport is that Orbex, in addition to modeling the airport in some detail, they also modeled in some detail the Tacoma Narrows bridges, which we're going to check them out in the airplane in a moment. But so these are a pair of suspension bridges. The northernmost, the one that appears kind of dark green here, is westbound traffic, and that was built in 1950. And then, due to increased traffic, the more southerly of the two, the one that's the lighter color, that was added in 2006. And so it's Tacoma over there on that side of the field. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I completely forgot. Uh, well, Steve, I don't think you were even here when were you here when we took off from Olympia? I don't know if you were or not, but I actually found a free scenery for Olympia, for just the city of Olympia. There wasn't any scenery for Olympia Airport, but I found a scenery for like downtown Olympia that actually does a pretty nice model of the state capitol building. And then I completely forgot I had gotten that, and so we didn't even fly and take a look at it. It was pretty close. I suppose we could double back and look, or I'll do another flight out of Olympia sometime soon. So anyway, I was saying about the bridges here. The lighter colored, taller one built in 2006, the greener, shorter one in 1950, and the green one, the westbound lanes there, was built in 1950 to replace the bridge that was built in this same place in 1940, and which fell apart. Oh, you were here. I'll walk across the street and see the Capitol Dome. Okay, yeah, fine. Like I said, we'll do another flight out of Olympia and check out downtown. We could even fly over your house. Oh my goodness. Tomami 22PF. Hi, welcome on in. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Thank you for following. I appreciate your follow a great deal. That's awesome. The In 1940, they built a suspension bridge here, which came to be known. It was officially called the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, but came to be known as Galloping Gertie. I'm sure you have all seen footage, old newsreel footage of it collapsing, because there was something in the design of it that resulted in every time it what am I trying to say here? Oh, here it is. Yeah, every time the wind came along, the bed of the bridge would start flailing in the wind, and eventually that effect was enough to collapse it. So I found just a little like 2-minute thing on that. So let's take a look at that, shall we? If we go here, I think, and like this.
The Tacoma Narrows Bridge, dedicated in 1940, was the pride of the Northwest. Then the third longest suspension span, it became known as Galloping Gertie, as it swayed in the winds sweeping up Puget Sound. 4 months after it was opened, those winds sent the bridge into a rhythmic dance of death. It literally shook itself to pieces. Caught in the middle of the bridge was a Tacoma newspaperman. The bridge twists and sways in its death agony. Since its opening, engineers have studied ways to end its strange vibrations. They claim to be on the threshold of success, but too late. The reporter, Leonard Coatsworth, manages to fight his way to safety, most of the way on his hands and knees. He abandoned his car with a pet dog inside, the only life lost in the disaster. The giant cables are under stupendous strain as the great roadway of the bridge whips about like some fluttering ribbon. These pictures have been acclaimed as some of the greatest ever filmed. Here it goes. The death of a $6.5 million dream. Theories were many, but the consensus was that the solid side railings were responsible. A twin bridge on the east coast, New York's Whitestone, has side railings that allow the wind to blow through. A footnote to history. The bridge was torn down for scrap and a new one built. But Galloping Gertie will always be remembered.
Alrighty then. I think I can figure out how to get that. Yes, that can go away. Right, so those are the bridges, and they are just right here by the field. So I thought we would. I'm going to take off to the south, I think, and swing around and see if they are, in fact, flyunderable. We will find out in a moment. I'm guessing. Spundot, did you join us down here, or? Oh no, have we lost Spundot? No, there. Oh yeah, there's Spundot in the Kodiak. That's not really what a Kodiak looks like, is it? Is that the TBM? Yeah. No, I don't remember the TBM having this this pod in its. Is this the PC-12? Maybe, I don't know. Microsoft is matching up some other model for me. Oh, hey, Dragon, welcome on in. Oh, yeah, so while the video was going there, a couple things happened, and I muted their sounds so as to... Oh, well, that was entirely unsatisfying, but we heard part of that. So, Dragon, hi, welcome in. Good to see you. And Iowa Scotsman as well. Hi. Hail Caesar indeed. Welcome on in. Delighted to have you here. Thanks. And it looks like I missed. House. So happy to see you as well, and welcome on in. And Finbar, delighted to see you as well. And I think while the video was playing, we missed a couple of alerts, like Dragon resubscribing. for, let's see, for 8 months. Dragon, thank you so very much for the 8-month resub. Barbecue Beef, welcome on in. Happy to see you as well. Delighted, in fact. It is what's for dinner. Hi, Barbecue Beef. Welcome on in. But it looks like we also missed Finbar resubscribing for 4 months. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your resubscriptions. Those are just those are awesome. They're what lets me do things like decide this morning to pay money for a scenery. For those who just came in, it's only the second time I've ever bought a scenery, and mainly because it included the Tacoma Narrows bridges here, which we are about to go check out a little more up close and personal. So I'm going to swing around 180 here and get onto the runway and take off to the south. So let's see. What do we need to do before we do that? Oh my gosh! Scotty Too Hottie gifting a sub to Barbecue Beef. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Scotty. I appreciate it more than I can say. But let's go ahead and keep the ball rolling here. Before we let's see, anything we need to do before we can go ahead and let's go over here where I can see the panel a little better. Not there, maybe that. Well, let me see. So let's go ahead and drop in a notch of flaps for takeoff. The trim is well above where we want it for takeoff. That looks about right. So let's see, what else we got here? Flaps, trim, mixture rich, prop full forward, instruments checked and set. There's that looks like the right elevation. Don't really care about my course and heading bugs because we're gonna let the autopilot guide us once we get back up there, or we're gonna try. We'll see. That's what may end up regretting that decision. But yeah, oil temp and pressure all look good. So that's looking fine. I think I don't want to make sure I don't miss anything in the chat over here. No, I think I'm caught up there. Alrighty, so instrument section switches as required. Did I ever? I never turned my strobes off. Sorry, and I didn't turn my landing and taxi lights on for landing. Bad pilot. Bad. But that should be everything we need for a takeoff. So I am, as I said, going to I guess I will hang a left here and kind of circle around that other plane. So park and brake off. And off we go. See if we can head over to the more sort of south-facing runway. I know I should know the number. How embarrassing, but I just don't care. But we're gonna take off to the south and then hook around to the left and check out those bridges a little more closely. Oh, and it occurs to me, we might want to actually take a closer look at those bridges. So I'm gonna, whoopsie, I think I just ran over someone. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn the flight recorder on, just in case we decide we want a closer look at those bridges as we're flying, or I guess maybe after we land at the next place. Okay, so yeah, we want to go over this way. Is there? This is the end of the runway. That's fine. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing any available concrete there. Reality XP 53430 that uses the Garmin trainer. Really interesting. Oh yeah. The one you're using in X-Plane 11. Have we got anybody on final here? No. And nobody doing anything that I can see over that way. So, yeah, let's take the runway and take off. Woo-hoo! Alrighty then. Smooth application of full power here. A little bit of right rudder. Thank you, Pezzy. Airspeed alive. Ooh, 60. 75. We can pop it up a little. Yay. And that's the end of any usable runway, so the gear can come up. And we'll just head a little ways out here to the south over the water to give ourselves plenty of time to set up for a nice clean attempt at getting under those bridges. Probably don't need to go any higher than 700 feet or so. Just kind of probably head over here to this little bit of peninsula and then just swing it around to the left. See ascended gravity, I see spun down. Alright. Looks like everybody is up and flying along. We'll go back in here, we'll get the flaps up. Because we don't need them for this part of things. And oh, why are we climbing? Alright, let's let's swing it on around this way. Oh, we don't need to be that steep, I don't think. We just want to. And we don't need to be climbing. Why are we climbing? Oh yeah, we need to get on down there. I'm just gonna pull the power back a little bit because we don't want to overspeed. And yeah, here we go. Woohoo! This is looking like it might be fun. If, of course, we can get under them. Presuming that we can. Water's looking a little close. Alright. Walk in the park. Piece of cake. Can of corn, even. I love the way we get those two shadows as we come through. Oh, look, there's a power line. And it's got balls. Let's just climb up enough that we're not in the way of that. But hey, I was wondering what that horizontal-looking line was in my window there, and that's what. Oh, Jeffrey B. Oh. I never have up the screen that I need when I want it. Oh, goodness gracious. And let's see. Yeah, it looks like maybe I missed some chat about the Reality XP 43530, but I don't care, so I'm not going to study it. All that. Let's see. Altitude is creeping on up the way we're trimmed, so let's let it keep creeping on up. And then let's see if we can't. I am hesitant to re-engage the autopilot because it always seems to want to kill me. Maybe we do our after takeoff check. So I know I brought the flaps up. We need to adjust our power. I don't think this leg is necessarily much longer than the previous one. But we should probably go ahead and adjust our power. Fuel and oil temp, or oil temp and pressure, both looking good. Yeah, what else? The fuel pump can come off if it's on. Oh, I didn't turn on the fuel pump for takeoff. Shame on me. Strobes are still on because I didn't turn them off after we landed. Bad pilot. Yeah, I'm hesitant, but let's click over here. And if I set this thing to 900, no. Well, let's set it twice. Oh, it's gonna be the death of me. Ah. Okay. What do you know? It's not going to try and kill us today. This time, it's not trying to kill us this time. That's so nice. Actually, how far have we got to go? Oh, we've only got 6 miles. Wait, how can this be 6 miles? That can't be right. I thought it was quite a ways up to Vashon from here. 25 minutes en route. So that's none of this is making any sense to me at all. Oh, well, we're going really fast because we didn't pull our power back. Could be part of it. So let's actually go ahead and adjust these down to around, oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, we don't need to be down to 18 and 18, but somewhere around 20. Might do a little bit of leaning. Hello? Why is my mixture knob not having any effect on my EGT? I don't know. That's weird. But again, I am just not. I promised a sightseeing tour, so we should probably look at some of the sites. Ooh. Right. Being utilized. So this is, see, it's saying to 2S1 that we only got 2.6 miles to go. I'm just not believing it. I really don't. Oh, well, I guess I am believing it. Because there's the airport right there. Well, golly. Okay. Autopilot away. Let's get it slowed down with some speed brakes. I'm a little too fast here to be dropping in flaps. That's gear speed though, so there's gear down. Let's take the power out completely and nose it up to get it slowing down. Yes, there's flap speed. So, there's full flaps. And hey, we got slowed down. That's nice. This is a little grass strip here at Vashon Island that I really, really thought was a lot further from Tacoma Narrows than it apparently is. So let's just see what we can do here. I don't know. Oh. Can we get it down without chunking it on too hard? I guess we can. That was exciting. So this is a free scenery off the TO. Did I somehow get off the... No, I'm not really sure if that was the runway or if that was next to the runway, but it's a pretty... The person who, oh my gosh, Scotty the Hottie, gifting a sub to Teleport 8, who, wait, Teleport 8 just gifted a sub to, now I've kind of forgotten any and everything I knew about. Let me get the parking brake on here. Scotty 2 Hottie, thank you so much, for gifting that sub. This is Dragon. Right, yeah, so Teleport 8 came in and gifted a sub to Quas. And then Scotty Hottie gifted a sub to Teleport 8. That's just awesome. You folks are so awesome. Oh, Ascended Gravity, I'm sorry we missed your landing. Spun that. Let's not miss yours. Your last one was brilliant. Oh, and you have switched to the. Is this the Stealth 172 that you're in now? We'll see. We'll have to see when. Uh, wait, what's kind of forgotten? Oh, Spundot, are you going elsewhere? No, you're still coming in. No, I can't quite tell. We'll see or we won't. Yes, indeed. Uh, yes, she looks like she's descending, so maybe toward the field here. Alrighty. Yeah, just hop back in here for a moment while Spundot approaches. Let's get our. Let's see. Yeah, that's off. That's fine. We can go ahead and reset those for a departure. That's looking good. Hey, here she comes down the final strand. Gonna make a nice landing. Nobody will rash. Hey, it's Spundot. Oh, check this out. Nice steady rate. There's not a center line to be on. Tiny bit of a float. Oh, I noticed in no float at all. I noticed in the Orbex scenery for Tacoma Narrows, and same thing here. I'm using a custom scenery, so our elevations are a little bit different, and obviously where our trees are is a little different. So I am sure that in Spundot's simulator, she is not wandering through the forest here in her 172. And there, yeah, you see there we can see this is, I'm sure, Ascended Gravity as well. Oh, that's interesting. Is that somebody else who has joined us? Because Ascended Gravity was in the. Yeah, so that's Ascended Gravity in what's looking like a Mooney. Oh, Dragon's here! Hi! Thanks for flying along. That's awesome. And this is a C22J. I'm not sure which one that is. Is that? I know it's not the Mustang, but is it? And I can't get your name tag to be not over the white airplane where it's not showing. So, what you flying, Dragon? Good fixins. Hey, what? What did I say? Welcome on in, Good fixins. Good to see you. So let's see. Oh, yeah, as long as we're here. Well, you know what? Let me get. I thought I had gotten these flaps up, but I guess I didn't. Oh, and I thought I had used my C key so that I could while we're out here, but I didn't. There we go. There's our flaps are up. Yeah, so let's, as I think I mentioned, oh, then I gotta do the C key again to use this, but so, yeah, so somebody, I feel bad not being able to credit them, but somebody made a lovely free scenery that's available on the .to here for Vashon Island. They've modeled quite a number of these. Whoops, I didn't mean to go that fast. Hangars here with some vehicles. We got some interiors on some of these that are open, but it looks, from what I saw in like Google Earth images, it does look like the hangars at this field are all painted in these nice bright colors. Here's one with somebody with their door open, and we can see their Cessna inside. That's nice. And then yeah, it's kind of just a whole string of these. Oh, somebody's got an old-fashioned hangar down here at the end, a little Quonset hut style. But yeah, so that's. Oh, there's some more over here. So that's Vashon Island. uh, little dirt strip there. So why don't we go ahead and head on for our next leg here, which is, oh, hey, ascended gravity. Thank you so much. The link is a pic of the, oh, it's a pic of the plane. Well, let me see if what do I get? Oh, cool. Uh, can if I drag that, wait a minute, yeah, so I should be able to just drag that over here. Right, so there's the plane that Drygon's in. And what is that, Drygon? Did you already say and I missed it? Or no, I didn't. But that's adorable. It looks like it looks like the macaroni jet. Um, are you in the flying cannoli? That would be wicked cool. I have that, and it is the ravioli. Cool. I thought between these tip tanks and the little T-tail, I thought that it looked familiar, and indeed, I have not flown that in forever. The small GA jet. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull the cannoli out for Thursday. I think I've not flown that in forever, probably more than a year. Awesome. Um, cool. Well, let's. So I. You are in well in my so yeah in my with whatever kind of model matching I have spun dot. Yes, you, because of my scenery, you are showing up in the woods, and by regular Cessna you mean like as opposed to the RG? Are you flying the RG? Hey, Deacon St. John, welcome on in. Happy to have you here. Uh, Try to land on RPUG. Is RPUG an airport? It doesn't. The name does the if it's an airport code. Yeah, spun dot again. Custom scenery is if you're in the default and I'm in custom, we're gonna be seeing two different things. But oh, you're trying this out. 172 Bush kit. Oh, that's interesting. What do we got there? Is there oh, great big old bush tires. Cool. So yeah, no, I think I would have to have this installed for it to show up in my sim. But that looks cool. Is that on the TO as well? That is on the TO as well. Neat. Right. So yes, that is so. Yes, RPUG is an airport, and the fact that it starts with an R tells me it's um, not here in the U.S. I forget what countries start with R, but we can. It's in the Philippines. Hey, Deacon St. John. How odd that you should mention the Philippines, because my brother's here today in the chat and is currently a resident of Olympia, Washington, and suggested this route that we're flying today. And I have been meaning to put the route command in the chat just because so I can see it because I can't remember where we're going next. So yeah, this is 2S1 Vashon. Oh, right, Whidbey Island is our next stop. I think maybe that's the more lengthy leg of this route that I was thinking of. But so yeah, my brother Steve lives in Olympia and suggested this route starting from Olympia and flying up to Port Townsend, which is where we're going to end our flight today. But same brother Steve will, in unfortunately far too short a time from my point of view, be moving to the Philippines. So I'm actually gonna, if I can find my pen, I'm gonna jot down. It's RPUG. I will definitely check that out for a future stream. Because yeah, thanks for the suggestion. And again, welcome on in. So we are going to take off here from Vashon Island and head back to the north or continue heading north. Uh, RPUG to RPUS. I tend to avoid places with pus in their name, but okay. I'm joking, of course, but um, I made it halfway through nursing school. This was a decade ago, before I washed out. But one of my classmates, who became a very good friend over the course of that year, uh, she could handle any kind of bodily output, blood, no problem, vomit, pee and poop, none of that bothered her at all. But pus, she would run screaming from the room if anything. Oh, it's where you train. It's less than an hour. Cool. So Deacon St. John, then I take it you live in the Philippines. Is that the case? What we got going on out here? Looks like everybody is lined up and waiting on me. So I'm going to get us back in the air and heading toward Whidbey, and then we will take another look. Yes, you live in the Philippines. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope to visit one day after my brother and his lovely, lovely, delightful wife are settled there. So let's see. Have we got flaps? No, let's have a notch of flaps. Let's just take a closer look at that trim and see where it's set. Hello. Let me make sure I haven't forgotten any of the... No, the only other multimedia we're going to look at is for Port Townsend, our final destination. So, what did I want to look at over here? I came over here to look at something. Oh, right, the trim. Trim could be just a little more nose up. That's about where I like it for takeoff, so that's good. I think we're ready to go. Let's get the fuel pump on this time, because we're not bad pilots. You're just distracted pilots. Um, Unique scenery due to the runway close to an urban area. Oh, cool. All right, well, I look forward to checking that out for sure. Oh, ascended gravity. Wow. Yeah. Doctors and nurses. I mean, doctors have their own thing going on, but nurses, whoo wee. Um, so no huge surprise to me when I was not able to actually cut it. Okay, so we are gonna take off from this grass strip, and I gotta say I don't have a button. Where did my button go? Oh, there's my button. But we're gonna try it anyway. So, got my toe brakes on and my parking brake off, and we are gonna go full power. Hello? What's going on? Okay, well, we're gonna use the parking brake and the Deacon St. John. I have my private pilot license. I did fly. I got that about 20 years ago, and I flew recreationally for about 5 years. And then my job changed, and I went from having plenty of cash to burn on whatever I wanted to having no cash. so it's been 15 years since I flew in real life, and now I wouldn't qualify for a medical. So probably this simulator will be the extent of my building time for your commercial. Nice. Okay, so we're full RPM here. We will release the parking brake and the regular brakes and go ahead and pull back on the stick, and as soon as we get off the ground here, we will then nose back over a bit. Hello? Are we going to get enough airspeed to get up at all? Yes, there we go, up. So that's good. And then build up a little bit of airspeed. The gear up so we don't catch these pine needles in it. and off we go. Yay. Alrighty. Oh, 20 hours to go for your commercial. That's awesome. Congratulations. Alrighty, so we seem to be heading south and we want to be heading north. So let's get these flaps up. And then just head on around this way. Whoa! Rudder much, Mooney? A gorgeous day here in the Pacific Northwest. It's a great day for flying. There's that mountain over there in the distance, the one that again I think is Rainier, but I'm not really sure. Hey, Deacon St. John, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's buzz the field here just to have another little look at it as we go by. Oh, you know what? Gosh. Oh, sorry. Sorry whoever that was departing. I didn't mean to be flying right at you there. You know what I completely forgot was that the flight recorder was running, so we could take a look at our run under the bridge there. You know, I guess it doesn't seem to be doing any harm. I guess I will just leave it running until we get... Thank you, Cold Nemo, indeed. We're at a good altitude, are we not? Yep, pretty much. Maybe if I can level off here a little bit, we will see if we can't get this back on here to nav and alt hold. Is it going to bring us back down to 1,000 rather than holding where we were? I turn this off and back on, maybe. Hold us at 1,100. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, airplane flying itself. I like that a lot. And we got, what, 31 miles to go to, yeah, 31 miles to go up to Whidbey. So that's nice. That gives us a little bit of time. Blake Island to port. Is that this little one here, Steve? Or is this a bigger island off to the left here? Yes, the little one. Oh, look. How cool. Here's our little plane. Is there a nice beach here on it? That kind of looks like a nice little place to stay. Ooh, you can see a little bit on the stream there of that kind of... Is that screen tearing in my water effect there? I think it may be. So I may need to... Maybe some settings I need to adjust for that. Another little beach maybe out on the other far end of Blake Island there. Oh yeah, you can actually see that effect I'm talking about quite a bit there. Huh. Overrun with raccoons. Nice. Oh, Deacon St. John, you mean the camera controls? Is that, House, you got yourself a Shasta. Good for you. Ha! That's hilarious. The plane handling controls? Oh, well, thank you. I use a joystick to control, or really essentially to fly the drone cam. Hey, M. Glickman, welcome on in. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Happy to have you here. We're doing some sightseeing in the Pacific Northwest. We started from Olympia and went up to Tacoma Narrows, and from there to Vashon Island. We've just taken off from Vashon Island a short time ago and are on our way up to Whidbey Island. Again, oh gosh, you know, Soundtrack, I was thinking of maybe even asking you to send a whisper to Flying Basil, since I forgot, because I really meant to let him know that we were going to be in his neck of the woods today, and I completely forgot. PMAX TV, thank you so much for the 6-month resubscription. That is absolutely awesome. I appreciate it so much. See, now I'm confused. There's another mountain over there. I can never remember which of these is which. So Steve. I can't see it from the drone camera. That's interesting. So there's this one that we're coming up on. And then there's a lot, aren't there? Up the Mariners. Grisby Town rules, okay? All right, Mariner Hallie, welcome on in. Happy to have you here. Always good to see you. And Sparky Pilot, hi, welcome on in. Great to see you here as well. We're up in the Pacific Northwest. I think I just mentioned we started in Olympia and went up to Tacoma Narrows, and from there we did a little stopover in I know. Yeah, we departed Vashon Island about 5 minutes ago, and we're heading up to our last intermediate stop along the way is Whidbey, and then from Whidbey we're going to head west and finish up over at Port Townsend. All of this being a Tacoma Narrows. Oh, do you know what? I actually knew that. I knew it rang a bell, and I went ahead and bought the Orbex scenery for Tacoma Narrows for Microsoft Flight Simulator because what was there just did not look good at all. Okay, Mount Baker. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Northeast of Tacoma, Seattle, closer to the Canadian border. Okay. Thank you, Steve. So the one I was looking at before, like when we were leaving Olympia, that was Mount Rainier. It's Rainier and Shasta that I can never remember. I think Shasta is way further south, like toward Oregon or even in Oregon. I don't know. But yeah, okay, all right. And yeah, Sparky Pilot, I even turned on when we departed Tacoma Narrows. I wanted to find out whether or not the Orbex bridges were fly-underable. So we did that, and I even turned on the flight recorder so we could watch it once we got to Vashon, and then we got to Vashon and I forgot. So the flight recorder is still recording. We'll see if maybe when we land at Whidbey, if I can go back and take a look at Shasta's. It's even further south than Oregon. It's way down. So, okay, good. So maybe I can do some mental association between Shasta and California, so that I don't keep getting those mixed up. Pardonnez-moi. Well, let's see. So we still got 13 miles to go to Whidbey here, so maybe we'll jump outside here. And we haven't done any flybys today, and we're not going to do them like that, are we? Not without clicking over here to get the focus ripple. There we go. Oh, hey! Ascended gravity is formation flying here. That wasn't particularly excellent, was it? Let's see, maybe if we go... Get ourselves a little bit further away for the start. And then maybe if we kind of come this way a little. Dueling Moonies. How cool. Oh, and here comes, that's got to be Dragon in the jet. Very cool. Ooh-wee. Oh, Dragon, where'd you go? Oh, pretty high up there. Alrighty. That's lots of fun, and that's how people die, right? Yep, only 6 miles to go, so we probably better start thinking about an approach. And I've missed a bunch of chat, too. Okay, Philippine license. Mount Hood, Oregon, between Shasta and Rainier. Okay, right. And then St. Helens is west of Rainier. Right. There's not too scenic anyway, right? Uh-huh. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Cool. Oh, And there's Steve asking about, is Clark Field in, I'm assuming Clark Field's in the Philippines then. 5 miles out? I don't really remember the runway orientation it would be. Oh, that's it right there. And it's like that. Okay, that's good. So let's have autopilot away. Let's bring the power back a little bit. Let's have some speed brakes maybe. And head on over here. And yeah. That's got us down to gear speed, so we'll drop those. See if we can get a descent going. That's flap speed, so we'll get in a notch of flaps. See if we can vaguely keep an eye on the field. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, that's slow enough. Ha! Sometimes my hat switch just doesn't want to stick. Alrighty. Just a little over 80 knots. That's probably good. And I think that's our field. Well, we shall see. One of those little strips of dirt over there is our field. I'll head this way a little bit further before. Yep, I think it's this right here. Make sure my cursor is over here for good measure. So let's see. Gears down. We got one notch of flaps. We got a green light over there. Yes, that's good. And let's go ahead and try turning in. See if we're anywhere close to lined up. I don't know why we're climbing. Soundtrack, why are we climbing? Is that it right there? I think that's it right there. Ish. No, I have no. Oh, wait, is that it? Oh boy. We may end up overflying and then seeing, well, a little more power out and a little more flaps in. Or all the flaps. Let's have all the flaps, and then it can't be. My hat switch just will not do it for me today. Oh, it's right here. Well, I don't know that we can drop and dive into that. I think this is going to be a go-around. Oh, yeah. Way too high, way too fast. So, power full, flaps up a notch at a time. And we will just make left traffic and try this again. There's our flaps out. Gear up. Alrighty. Haha. And that's a good 700 above ground. We'll hang a left. Call it a crosswind. Whoopee. Oh, and we're plenty high, so let's bring our power back a little bit and let's see if we can level off. Turn downwind. Try to turn downwind. Is this relatively downwind-ish? Let's see. Yeah, that's looking like the strip right there. Huh! And a little less power, a little down, nose down trim. Are we abeam anything? We're abeam the field, at least. That's a start. Oh goodness. Over 100 knots already. So, that's almost a beam where the numbers would be if there were numbers. Just slow ourselves down to about 105 gear speed. That's good. And go ahead with 1 notch of flaps. Head a little further out on the downwind here. And rate of descent going here. Ready to turn base. I'm just going to go a little further out here to give myself some wiggle room. Hey, Mr. Marathon. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Yep, let's turn base. And you know, I think we're just going to keep, I think so close in, we're going to need to just keep coming right on around. Am I right about that? We'll find out in a moment. Yeah, there's that little pond. Should be a runway over here somewhere. Maybe, I hope, please, no. Am I way too low? I'm too low to see the field. This is not good. How embarrassing for me. Oh, my gosh, is that it way the heck over there? I think it is. Well, this is almost as big a disaster as the first stab at it. But no, that's definitely it. So, okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get that rate of descent going again. Oh my goodness. It's Adam the Duke. Welcome on in, Adam the Duke. Happy to see you always. We are just gonna make our second attempt at landing at Whidbey Island here. Let's have more flaps and less power, and maybe even some more flaps. 80 knots. That's supposed to be a good approach speed, but I don't know. The drop on in here. Let's slow it down with a little bit of speed brake. Runway's made, power out. Is the gear down? Hey, the gear's down. That's very good. Oh, goodness. What's heading us off that way? Oh, goodness gracious. That was not pretty. Not pretty at all. Woo-hoo-wee. Not really all that fast. I'm not sure. Not sure what that was about. Okay. Well, we're down in one piece. Yes. Whiskey 10. Whiskey 10. Whidbey Island. And this is the default Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery, because I couldn't find any other scenery on the TO or anywhere else for that matter. Oh, shall I, let me see if I can get in here and get into position for a screenshot. We still have one more leg after this, but we could do a screenshot here because I definitely want to forward. I definitely want to, while we're on the ground here, see if I can't replay our. That's probably good. Okay. Parking brake, idle, get the flaps back up, get the speed brakes in. There's flaps up, speed brakes retracted. That's good. Let's see. Yes, we are alive, and we seem to be in one piece. Yeah, Mr. Marathon, Mr. 26.2 there. Here's our route. If you want to join, we've got one more leg to do. If you want to join us here at Whiskey 10, we're going from here on over to Port Townsend, which is 0 Sierra Niner. And you're going to fly to New York today. Cool. So yeah, Cold Nebo, yeah, Cold Nebo, could you go run into the FBO and bring out some cookies for the rest of us? Oh dear, I forgot to, okay, it wasn't too far away, so that wasn't too bad. Spundot, are you, oh, Spundot, is that Spundot? I thought I saw, no, oh, I thought I saw recognition lights there, but I guess not. Spundot, are you already down? Did I miss everybody's landing? I see some melted Cessnas on the ground here. Thank you, Bing Earth. Those are always nice. Spundot, I guess I missed your approach if you're here. Let's Oh, I've turned nameplates off. That's why I'm not seeing any nameplates. Let's see. Okay, let's try this one more time. There we go. But I still don't see Spundot. Oh, there's Spundot, and I missed her. Are you still in? Are you in the Stealth 172 now, Spundot? Yes, this must be the Stealth 172. Snuggle up to Dragon there, Spundot, and we'll get a quick snapshot for the family album. Oh, Spundot, now I've lost you. Did I get too close? No. Well, we'll get a proper screenshot at the end, but I just want to grab a quick one here. And then I really do want to let's see. Did that go? Yep, that went. Excellent. I'm going to jump back in here long enough to see. Okay, that's all that. I am just going to go back to, I think that I can do this without messing up anything too terribly. So if I hit stop here, that's good. And then I think, hopefully I don't mess up this anything too badly here, but I think if we go all the way back here. Oh, it didn't like that. It did not like that at all. No, indeedy. Oh. It seems to be liking that a little bit better. So here, this is, okay. So this is all the way back to our departure from, not from Vashon. This is, oh, right. This is our departure out of, so can we go, we back it up a little bit more here? Right. So this is Sparky's home field of Tacoma Narrows with the bridges right over there. And Rainier. Am I right? Is this Rainier? Yeah, I could see him at the last. Yeah, that was the Mr. Marathon. That was the flight recorder replay that was inverting us. And it is Rainier that's right there. Okay, good. Thank you so much. So, yeah, let me put this back on play here. And this is our departure out of Vashon. So if I go, I like this playback utility because it lets me change speed while it's running instead of, so yeah, here we go. Let's see what let's actually get ourselves back on. Keep forgetting which window has to have. Yeah, not maintaining runway heading very well, but okay. I'm relatively new to this flight recorder, but I think it records positions of things like landing gear. So why are the gear not up? I don't know. Do I have to? Oh, if I have to bring them up manually in the. Okay. Well, we'll see about that. Yeah. So let's speed this up a little to get us through the turn there. Oh, diving, turning. I'm just doing high speed to get us back there. All right, here we go. Cool. Okay. Now let's see. If I think that if I pause this and then back it up just a little, maybe right about there. Maybe right about there. Reset this. And then if I do this, no, that won't quite do it. Oh, right. I gotta do this, and then that, and then this. To let us go over to there, and then sort of there. Maybe we'll see. We take that off. And then we go back over to here and do that. Maybe. We'll see. I still have so much to learn about all of this. Alrighty. Well, that's all I was really looking for out of this anyway. So let's put that back where it is. Oh, that's right. We came right by these power lines too. I forgot about that. So those are courtesy of that smokestack and power line add-on. That's also available for free on the flightsim.to. Coolness. Oh, as I said, that really was the part of the replay that I was interested in. So I think, I hope and pray that when I click stop, it's going to just pop us right back onto the runway in Whitby, where we were. So everybody, close your eyes, cross your fingers, and no, it's not. How is that? Oh, because you know what? I bet if I do go back to replay and then just fast forward through everything to get us back to where we were, it's going to take a while probably for the scenery to catch up. Oh, and for the gear to be back down where they're supposed to be. I might need to even, let's see, so now if I stop the replay, oh yeah, and maybe just even if I come back over here, go to here, and then there. Hey, it looks like maybe, hopefully, I didn't mess anything up too badly. We shall see. So thanks for bearing with me while I did that. In the course of watching that, I just discovered, I did not know, when we looked at that video of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, I took my ugly mug off the screen and just now realized I never put myself back. So sorry if you've been missing seeing my happy, bright, smiling visage. There it is. So I forgot. Okay. Yep. Stealth mode the whole time. Okay, here it is. Couldn't see. Spun dot. Could see. Couldn't see. Okay. Ninja dot and stealth dot. Yes, that's hilarious. Okay. So let's see. So here we are. back on the ground at Whidbey Island. Oh, and I guess Drygon has joined us. Did I? Yeah, there's Drygon. And you know what? Oh, I can see Spundot now. So let me just get a better shot for the family album than that one we had. Yeah, I guess that'll do. What if we come down a little? Is that make the name tags easier to see a little bit? Okay, there we go. Make sure I clicked over here and then do that. There we go. Excellent. Alrighty then. Out of there, back into here. So we'll take off on the last leg here and head over to Port Townsend, where we got a few things to take a look at when we get there. So, is there? Oh, it's been a long time since I mentioned we are at the end of the stream. We're going to do a giveaway. We're giving away a free subscription to the Peter Mooney channel. Or if you win the giveaway and you're already subscribed to the Peter Mooney channel, I will give you a free sub to any channel on Twitch. But you got to pick one that offers subscriptions. So be sure to get yourself a ticket to the giveaway, ! Ticket in the chat, as our dear friend Sim Caesar has just demonstrated. Or would you like what's behind the curtain where the lovely Soundtrack 78 is now standing? I don't know what that's about. So yeah, let's just think for a moment here. Looks like I left my fuel pump on from the last time. I'm so terrible. I'm a complete mess. What can I tell you? But I hear it running in the background, so there's that. Hey, Sim Captain Dave, welcome on in. Good to see you, and congratulations on getting yourself a ticket to the giveaway. We now have 13 people, 28 people watching, and only 13 who have gotten a ticket. So if you would like a 1 in 14 shot at a free subscription, a $4.99 value, do go ahead and yes indeed. So let's see Drygon. That little macaroni jet was so much fun when I was flying it. I am definitely gonna climb into that for Thursday. We'll go somewhere maybe. Hey, Italian 2-seater jet in the Philippines. That sounds like quite a show. I think we'll do that on Tuesday, and maybe find someplace else to take it as well. But for now, for today, for the remainder of today, we are heading from Whidbey Island over to Port Townsend, which is to our west. What way are we facing now? I don't even know. Okay, so it's kind of back that way. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna, let's go ahead and taxi out and see if I can get this old Mooney up in the air one more time. And we do. Oh, bear with me. I got some photos to show you when we get to Port Townsend. It's not really what I'd call a multimedia presentation, but some photos of a cool thing to show you, and something which I'm sure Sparky Pilot will be able to shed some light on as well, if she is still here when we get there. So yeah, without further ado, let me get my parking brake off here, and I'm just gonna taxi on around Ascended Gravity, and maybe Spundot here. Yep, both of yous. Head on down here to get as much runway as there is available. While we're heading out here, let's get a notch of flaps in and see how hard a left we can hang here so we don't catch the fuel pumps up. That would not be great. And Old Nemo, do you remember George Carlin's I forget which of his many specials it was in, but his license plate routine, where he's talking about the license plates from all the different states and what they say, and he gets to, what does that New Jersey plate say? The Garden State? Yeah, right. If you're growing smokestacks. So let's face it, that license plate should say, Toll Booth Capital of the World. I get to Pennsylvania, I need a brake job. Anyway, enough of George Carlin. So we got a notch of flaps in. Where's our trim? I need to know where my trim is. It's too far nose up. So let's bring that back down a little bit. Yeah, right about there should be good. And what's happening with our fuel? There's another thing to be aware of. Yeah, that's not looking good. Let's go down here and switch that on over to the other side there, which we should have done a long time ago. We'll burn off a little bit on our way into to Port Townsend, but not nearly enough. How embarrassing yet again. So, uh, yeah, I certainly don't need more fuel because it's only 15 nautical miles over to Port Townsend, but I sure wish about half of what's in the right tank were in the left tank. But, that's how it is. This thing is, I wouldn't say overpowered, but it's got enough power to make up for things like that small fuel imbalance. Alrighty, off we go once more into the wild blue yonder. Hope. Let's see, our parking brakes off. I don't know what that was. Okay. Here we go. Speed's alive. There's 60, 70, 75. Let's get it heading on up. Gear up. And I think we'll clear these trees. And then we're gonna head west is over here. I'm disoriented, but I think west is over here. It better be over here. Yeah, it is. Good. And again, we don't need to get very high, I don't think. Maybe up to 1,500 or so, just to... Yeah, we want to stop at 1,000. We could even stop at 1,000. Or, we were at 1,100 before. I think if I get the autopilot back on, maybe it'll stop us at around 1,100. Why are you turning us right? Well, it's not going to do too much right turning there, I don't guess. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh. And, only 13 miles, just in case things get sporty once we're in there. I'm going to go ahead and start the flight recorder again, because I do want to capture this last landing. You would think maybe the 5th, or is it the 6th, 5th landing of the day. One might hope. Might be a little smoother than the 4 practice runs, but we'll see how that goes. So, right, so giveaway, exclamation point, ticket to get yourself entered in the giveaway. What else is there? We've got a little, as long as y'all are over there, I think I'm going to just make sure I know what's going on over here. There's that. Oh, this is the thing that I hope this doesn't pop anything up over there. No, it didn't. Okay, good. Good. So that means I can have that right here. Excellent. That's waiting to go. Very good. Alrighty. I seem to have a moment to breathe. Should we take a little look at the scenery, since ostensibly this was a sightseeing flight? So, say goodbye to Whidbey Island. Oh gosh, you know what? I meant to, do I want to kill the autopilot? Because what I wanted to do, when looking at the world map in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I spotted, up at the very north end of Whidbey Island, what looked like an awful lot like an airport, which I bet is this thing right here. Does that look like a runway with X's on it? So, yeah, so I guess it's a closed field that's up at the... Sparky, are you still here? Uh, do you know the story about the story of that? Like I say, I was in the Microsoft Flight Simulator world map. Uh, it looked audio piloted. Did I mute myself? No, everything's fine. Uh, yeah, I guess we will not bother with looking at that today. But it was just so obviously. Oh, somebody forgot to get his flaps up. We better go back inside and take care of that. So flaps up. We can take our RPMs and prop down just a little bit here for cruise. That's fine. Tiny bit of lean on the engine, so we're not. Although, come to think of it, the higher the fuel burn, Hoopville NOLF Airport. Huh. Okay. Airport at your 4 o'clock and 15 miles. Yep. Report in sight. Yep. So that's okay. Yeah. So that is it's a and I oh Naval Air Station. NOLF. Old Depot. Cold Nebo, were you the class clown when you were in grade school? If I were a betting man, I'd put my money on. So yeah, here we are, barely up to 1,100 feet, and already we're less than 5 miles out. No, maybe. Okay, Ralph. Okay, all right. Um, well, gee whiz, we didn't really even get any. Oh, I gotta make sure this is over here. That's like that. Oh, suspended gravity again. So let's go to this side, maybe. Yeah, no, we're not quite close enough together to get a nice formation thing going there, but a little bit of that. And then what was that on the ground here? Oh my goodness! Something's. Wait. I thought there was something interesting looking at the ground. Oh my God! Is this our airport? It is. Well, this was a much shorter flight than naval outlying landing field. Um, I think we are going to turn this into a left downwind, autopilot away. Uh, my goodness, that was a short flight. I, I really thought we had at least a little bit of a ways to go. But there's our speed brakes. We'll pull the power a little bit, get the prop in, the mixture in. Heavens to Betsy. That was way quicker than I had any idea. There's speed down below, gear operating, and we're below flaps operating speed, so we'll get some flaps in as well. Get ourselves slowed down here. Slow down, go down. If we can do them both at once, that's great. So yeah, we are on our way into 0S9er, Port Townsend. And as I said, once we're parked there, we will have a little look at some photographs of the place. Yeah, okay. Keep getting ourselves a little further out, so that I'm not quite so cramped on that. So we actually have a base leg. Get ourselves a little bit further out from the runway here. Oh, let's not. Here's an idea. Let's not stall. See if we can keep up a little bit of descent without stalling. Where are we? Yeah, a little bit further out before turning base. Ah. Okay. Opposing bases. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can turn base here and see what that gets us. Alrighty. What did that get us? Got us out of sight of the field. Now, we may be a little lower than we want to be. Put a little bit more power back in. Let's have a second notch of flaps while we're at it. And it's probably, oh yeah, definitely time to turn final. Hi, yi, yi. This has been quite a little scenic trip around these parts. Steve Mooney, thank you so much for suggesting the route. It has been a lovely one. It's reasonably lined out, some reasonable descent rate going on here. Speed smack on 80. Let's have that final notch of flaps. And see what we can work out here. A bit under 80. Looks like we're heading on down. Ay, ay, ay. Ah. Runway's made, power out. I'm really diving here. I don't know why I'm diving. Let's see if we can ease it on here. Not so bad. Whew. And maybe we can just go ahead and turn it around right here on the runway rather than heading all the way down there. Get off to the side here in case Ascended is right behind me. Yes. Okay. We'll take it through the sand here. Sorry. See if I can get out of your way. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's... Well, I was going to say stop here and see if we can see Ascended's landing, but... And we almost did. All right. Very nice. Spundot, are you still around, or is this you right in front of me? Is that what? What am I reading or not reading there? It starts with a no. It is Moet. Oh my gosh, Moet. Are you in the chat? Let me get stuff cleaned up here. Speed brakes, flaps up. We get cleaned up, and we have a stealth Moet joining us. Let me see if I can get over here and join the club. Oh, not with the parking brake on. I can't. What did I just... Okay, well, that's strobes. Hello, come on. Are we moving? Okay, we're moving. Moet! It's delightful to see you. I don't know if you're in the chat or not. Perhaps you are in the sim, but not in the chat, which is, of course, perfectly fine. Shall I pull it right here? Let's pull it right here. What have I done? Okay, hang on. What's going on with this camera? There we go. Let's pull up a little further. Oh, come on. What's with my hat switch? I don't know. It just does not like its right-hand setting for some reason. Let me put the parking brake on here and see what we got. Hey, check it out. Far enough away to get all the name tags on there. Maybe a little lower, we can get some buildings in the background, but still have some sky. Oh, Drygon. I got too close. Okay. And just a little bit more down, and then there we can get a little sky, but then the name tags are hard to read. Composition is clearly not my strong suit. Back up, and zoom in. Is that what brings the... No, I think it's no. It's come forward and zoom out that lets me do that, but coming forward turns the name tags off. Oh! Mustics, welcome on in. It must be after work hours. I see that it is. Hey, so, um, Mustics, we have just landed at our final destination for the day, which is Port Townsend in the state of Washington, up in the Pacific Northwest there. Um, so there's a few things left to do. We're gonna do a landing replay, and then a Wingby replay, and then we'll do the drawing at the end of that. But first, my brother Steve, who's delighted to have here in the chat with us today, is the one who suggested this route and who cued me into the fact that here at the field in Port Townsend, there's an aero museum. Woohoo! And so I checked out some photos from the website, and it looks like an amazingly cool place. I'm Sparky Pilot, if you're still here, I'm guessing that you have been here at least once, if not. I know if I lived close enough, I would come and hang out here a lot, because just from the pictures, hey, Rusty Cages, welcome on in. We're in Port Townsend, Washington. We're about to take a look inside the Aero Museum that's here on the field. And there's, let's see, I think, yeah, these are just photos that I grabbed off their website. But with this, when my eye first fell on this photo, what came into my head immediately was the voice of Two-Tone Murphy saying, "Would you look at the state of that?" Because, oh my gosh, they got a lot of stuff. But in addition to having like all these cool airplanes that you can take a look at, they also, from what little I did not read, but I skimmed, and it seems they do a lot of restoration work here as well. So like here's an aircraft that they are working on restoring. Would you look at the state of that? uh, wait, a Sim Caesar flying along. What's happening? What's going on here? Is that true what you just said, Spundot? I mean, not that. I mean, of course you would never tell me something that's not true. Have I missed Sim Caesar? Uh, Spundot, were you yanking my chain? Or has Sim Caesar joined our group here without my noticing? Oh, what? Wait. Oh, you were making a joke about something in the museum, I bet. Uh, but it does remind me that even though Moet has not said anything in the chat, I can still greet Moet with what is one of my favorite among the various welcome sounds I've got. Let me get the airport noise out of here, and we can say, "Hi, Moet." Oh, so Moet is here in the chat. Hi, good to see you. The bot may replay your sound now that you've typed something in the chat. Yes, it's going to. Okay, well, hi, welcome on in. And the picture inside with the planes going everywhere. Okay, I get it now. Spundot. Sorry. I think I can pop us right back where we were. Right here. So it was this photo that made you think of Sim Caesar. Oh, with planes going everywhere. Now I completely get it. Oh, by the way, next Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. Hey, let's get together and grab a bite to eat, or at least a cup of coffee, or any of the above. You tell me what works. Mrs. Mustic's along with you, or I don't know that there. Whatever. It doesn't. Let's have your girl call my girl. We'll do lunch. Sorry, that's a horribly ancient sexist thing to say. So anyway, there's a bunch of just you. Okay, all right. Well, yeah. I knew you had that conference coming up that was going to bring you to, I guess, Raleigh, or maybe it's closer to the airport, not all that far away. There's the last time Lee Trout drove over from Burlington, we went out to there's a little. Do you like Thai food? For some reason, I tend to think that I remember something about you liking Thai food. Maybe not. Uh, if I'm misremembering that. Anyway, we checked out a little place that's only about a mile from my house called it's called Twisted Noodle, and you do like Thai. There's an awesome little place near me called Twisted Noodle if you wanted to go out for dinner. But I mean, what it's I don't know what your schedule will be like and what sort of time you'll have. But yeah, let's for sure meet up and say hi, at least. So Port Townsend Aero Museum. They do restoration in addition to displaying all kinds of aircraft. And I don't know how, I didn't research enough to see how many aircraft they have on display, but it's a lot. But I just grabbed some photos of the ones that, grabbed my attention. So of course, they have the ubiquitous Cub. It would hardly be an aero museum without one of those. But this is the 1930 Stinson A2 SMBA. Look at the look at how shiny that prop is on this. Oh, huge radial engine. Oh, there's quite a few of these that make me just want to go. Oh, what do we have here? Oh yeah, Pete and Paul Sky Scout from 1932. Would you look at the state of that? Look at the state of that radiator. Um, uh, I mean, like when you're taxiing in a tail dragger, you can't see out the front anyway. So I guess it makes perfect sense to put the radiator right there. But I bet like once you're up in the air, you're still going to be. I don't know. I don't know. It looks incredibly cool. The size of those tires and yet with no sort of squishy. Anyway, um, yes, okay. Uh, and there's a better shot of this. We'll come to that one in a moment up there. But yeah, here's a beach stagger wing. These are all just I would love to visit this place. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here's a Curtis Jr. That's with a pusher. A pretty interesting looking little guy, huh? Tiny two-seater with a oh my goodness. Uh just sticking a prop on an engine with a seat. Yep. Yeah, so wet, no spoilers. We're coming to it. This is from 1949, something called a Cal Air. I never heard of that before, but looks like that had to have been a mighty cool thing to be sporting around the skies in. And then I think there's two more that are must have been experimental at the time. Yeah, so this is the Leicester Kaufman LK10TG. Look at the shape of that thing. I can't tell. Is it just like one big center wheel like a glider? In which case I guess it would have to have had something out on the wingtips. I don't know. I can't tell from this photo, but oh my goodness, that's and then this last one completely blew me away. This is the Bolus BA100 Baby Albatross, and I keep to zoom in on this. Is this like carved out of a single tree or something? I mean, it looks like wood. I mean, there's like a couple lines where you can see what look like seams, but oh my goodness. And then this boom out to the empennage. Wow. I would really love to see this kind of stuff. Balsa. Really? Huh. So yeah, so I think is that all the photos that I got? Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, then this the Mooney Mite. The M18L Mooney Mite from 1953. This was the first aircraft. You can see the trademark or signature Mooney tail on here with the more or less vertical leading edge and angled trailing edge, kind of the reverse of most vertical stabilizers. It's a wee one-seater Mooney, tiny little thing. And they made a lot of these, and they went really fast. This was the first aircraft that Mooney produced and sold. And boy, howdy, would I love to see this one as well. So anyway, so that's Port Townsend where we are, and that's the last of the views of that I got for us. Oh golly, hang on again. Uh, okay, that's me back on. Yeah, that's me back on. Okay, I got lost in the stream deck over there. Continental C65 or C85. Yep, could well be. Um, so let me remind you once again, there are only 16 people entered in the giveaway. So type exclamation point ticket because yeah. So get yourself a ticket to the giveaway. We're gonna do I think we'll do let's do a landing replay and then a wing view replay, and then we'll do the giveaway, and then we will find somebody to raid. So heading down the home stretch here. Let's see. I think if I go back in, yeah, if I go back in here, and then if I come over here and do that, and then let's see, lest I for oh, okay. I'm not sure what that was, but lest I forget to do it before I get the wing view, before I actually start the thing, let me go here and get my ugly mug out of the way. And then we can, I think, if maybe we go back to here and here and, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Like here, something like that, I think. At least to find our spot. So then if I go to here and wait, what? Oh, well, that's not what I meant to do at all. Um, maybe if I do this. Oh, yeah, I think that's probably it. I think that's what I meant to do. Oh, heavens. Not sure what that was. Uh, eh, okay, here we go. Now we're getting in the neighborhood. Okay, so from there, I think, come over like this, maybe, and probably down a little bit. I think if I get it well centered in the screen, then I ought to be able to, I don't know, we'll see. Something like that. And then I think I got to come back over here and then do, I think I got to do this and this first. We'll see what we get. Oh, yes. It looks like that was exactly what I was. Looks like it's done what I was hoping it would do. All right. So yeah, there we come. That just looks really fast, but if anything, I was like below VRAF. 3 point chunk it on down. Huh, how disappointing. Um, so let's I think I actually want to come a little bit more this way for another shot at that. Okay. And then if I back it up, bum bum bum. Yeah, I think we don't need to go any further than that. But let's try it a little bit slower, just because that was kind of hard to get a feel for. I'm gonna go to half speed here. Oh, it actually was mains before the nose, wasn't it? Alrighty. Okay. So back to a normal speed here. Pause that again. And then that's at 8. So I'm going to go back to about somewhere right around there. Oh, forgot to put the camera back here. And then we can go, let's see, out of there, back there's there. Okay, good. That's got the gear down. Alrighty. Well, I was hoping that we might. Oh, that's right. We didn't have a turn. Oh no, that's right. Oh yeah, we did the full downwind on this in a turn and came back and landed back the other way. So that's cool. Okay, so we got those sounds off. That's ready to go. I think that I am ready. Oh, Cold Nebo, gotta go. Okay, drive safely. I'm sorry, I probably missed you. If you're still here, Cold Nebo, have a safe drive home. Hope to see you tonight in the Sim Caesar on the Sim Caesar channel in uh, GA Tuesday. No, T-Tail Tuesday. That's what Tuesday is. It's T-Tail Tuesday. Hope to see you there, 7 p.m. Eastern. And if not, I will see you soon. So yeah, I think that means that we can get this get this replay show on the road. Let me see if indeed I know what I'm doing. I think I just have to go here. Oh, we would help doing the wing view to actually have a view out the wing, huh? And for that, I gotta come over here and then like that. There it is. And then I should be able to go like this, and then back here, and then over here. Well, I thought I had timed that for the music to end a little bit more timely, but I guess I didn't. But at any rate, there's the state of that. And I guess we can put back the state of the other thing there with yes, there I am. I knew I was here somewhere. So that means it's time to do the giveaway. If you have not already gotten a ticket, exclamation point ticket into the chat, because we're about to close that giveaway up and give away a free subscription to the Peter Mooney channel. Or if you're already a subscriber, any channel on Twitch that offers subscriptions. So then, oh, let's see. I forgot to do first. I forgot to do it before the wing view replay, and then I forgot to do it again after the wing view. So there's that. Okay, that's good. Let's see. It should work now, barbecue beef. Although it's on a cooldown, so maybe I have to do it. I don't know. There we go. Alrighty then. Okay, hey, 2 more tickets. We got 20 people entered into the giveaway. I think it is time to close it up. Last chance. Last chance to type exclamation point ticket to get yourself entered, because the giveaway is that's I freaked out when it started moving because I forgot the playback is still going, but that's fine. So last chance to, yes, there it's they're working again. So last chance to type exclamation point ticket to get yourself entered into the giveaway, because the giveaway is going to close in 3, 2, 1. Ha-boom! Giveaway is closed. Alrighty then. Oh, soundtrack. SMH. And not only that, but Sag. That's not, I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to do that. Maybe a little bit of that. There we go. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and find out who today's lucky winner. A 1 in 20 shot. I hope it's you. Here we go. We're gonna pick our winner in 3, 2, 1, and it's Iowa Scotsman. Congratulations. And Iowa Scotsman, are you subscribed? I think you are. Yes, currently subscribed. Awesome. So that means I will happily give you a subscription to any channel on Twitch that offers subscriptions. You can whisper it to me. You can DM it to me on Discord. You can type it in the chat if you like. Whatever means of letting me know pleases you. You can use those means. 757 Spy. I will take care of that. I will take care of it as soon as the stream ends. But just in case, I'm going to write it down, because I am hopeless if it's not written down. So IOSC 757SP. Cool. That way, there's a much greater likelihood of my actually doing it. So that means that this can go. And it means that really all that's left is for us to raid somebody. And that is going to be RAID space. Oh, Lord, can he remember how to spell it? No. But he can look it up. ALYSON. It's barbecue beef. You are such a cut up. What did I just have? I not underscore. There's an underscore. I don't want to mess that part up. There we go. And then I think it's just, yeah, the rest is how you would expect. So we are going to go say hi to Allison Johnson, if I have typed it correctly. And it looks like I have. So that's awesome. Please stick around for the raid, even if you can't stick around for Allison's stream. Looks like she started less than an hour ago. She's always doing something fascinating on her channel. So if you can't stay for her stream, at least stay for the raid. But flood her chat with some emotes, say howdy to her, and yeah. So we will go ahead, and I'll put on a little bit of an outro. What we back in my theater days, what we called the exit. What's really called exit music. I'll get that going, and then we'll head on over to Allison's place. So thanks everybody for, I didn't do the thank yous, and now the raid's already going through. Thanks to PMAX TV, new subscriber, resubscriptions from Finbar, Drygon, and Jeffrey B. Thank you so much. Gifted subs from Scotty Dahadi, a bunch of them from Scotty Dahadi. 1, 2, 3 gift subs from Scotty Dahadi. Soundtrack gifted a sub to my brother, and there was another gifted sub. There was another gifted sub. Teleport 8 gifting a sub to Quas. So thanks everybody for all that. There's hardly any time for any Louis after that. Soundtrack, thank you so much, so very, very much for moderating today. Sorry I messed up the order of things. Do we have time for 5 seconds of Louis before we go? We'll see. Thanks. See you tonight in Sib Caesar stream at 7. I'm back here 3 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Thanks everybody and bye.
Hey, Peter Mooney has just raided a channel with 22 viewers. Welcome in, guys. I wish my ankles were thanks. Soundtrack 78, welcome in, welcome in. You join Alison, and it's been a night, I tell you. Yeah. House 75, nice to see you. Yes, it's Windows Update trashed the early part of the stream, and I've had all sorts of yes, crashing problems. Not Stim crashing problems, but me crashing problems. This is my 3rd attempt now to get to Dallas from Houston in the Boeing Slashliner.